Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Justin. Today I'm going to show you how to use the MX5 or some of the other HeadRush rigs as a vocal effects processor. Alright, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the hardware that you'll need to run vocals through an MX5. First, you'll need a microphone impedance matching transformer here. I'm using the Audio-Technica CP8201, and I will put a link in the description to where you can find this on Amazon, and you can also sometimes find these used on eBay as well. But a microphone and a guitar use different impedance levels, so you'll need something to convert the impedance of the microphone coming through your XLR into the impedance level that a guitar input uses. Second, you will need a male 1/4 inch to a male XLR, and this is just to convert back to XLR so you can plug right into the venue's microphone lead. And then one other thing that I find really helpful is one of these 1/4 inch right angle adapters, and that just allows this to sit right up against the body of the MX5 and keep your onstage footprint a little bit cleaner and a little bit tighter. Alright, so I'm actually plugged into the HeadRush unit with my microphone right now, but I have all the effects and everything turned off. So this is just your clean signal that you would be sending to the sound guy at a venue if he is adding all the reverb and delay and compression and all that sort of stuff to your vocals. So let's go through the signal chain here and see how some of these effects can help your vocals. So first off here on the input tab, the HeadRush of course has the noise gate, which is fantastic on your mic. It keeps down any sort of buzz or any interference you might have on your mic as you're moving around the stage. Next up we have a compressor here. Now you'll have to tailor this to the microphone and the setup that you're using. I actually don't use this live on stage, but if you need a little bit more of a boost or a little bit more dynamic control over your vocal line, including a compressor on here can be really helpful. Now for the vocal rigs that I use live, I add a little bit of chorus, a little bit of delay, and a little bit of reverb, and I have all three of those connected to the expression pedal, so that when I'm talking to the audience and I don't want the different effects on my vocal, I have this pulled all the way back. And then as soon as we start a song, I pull this forward and turn all those effects on. One thing that's really cool that you can do with the HeadRush is within this delay pedal, you can actually change the length of your delays to match the BPM of the song that you're playing. So I have this set to quarter notes, so it'll play quarter notes for every single song that we're playing in the set, but you want to make sure that your BPM is changing with each song that you're playing, because of course you have different tempos for each song in your set. Then to change the BPM for each song, all you got to do is head into Hardware Assign, and then make sure that you're on fixed tempo, and then change the tempo, the BPM for each song within your set. And you can hear how the rate of the delays change with the BPMs of each song within the set. Check, check. Check, check. Now to assign multiple different effects to the expression pedal, if you want to use that trick, all you have to do is go into Hardware Assign, turn the expression pedal to advanced mode, and assign multiple different parameters and ranges to that expression pedal. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Now once you have a template of the tones and the type of delay and the length of your reverb and all that sort of stuff, just save that as multiple different songs and change just the BPM and change the other little parameters that you might want to have switched song to song, and save the whole thing as one set list for your band's entire set. But the goal is just to make sure you have the same consistent tone and sound from one song to the next. But then you can add in different elements and different sorts of effects song by song once you have your template down. So for example, on this song called Volume, I put a harmonizer on my vocal for a part in the song that's sort of like a bridge chanty sort of part. And you can hear how that adds a layer of a harmony on top of my vocal. Now granted, I'm not singing in C sharp right now, which is the key of the song, so this might sound a little strange, but you can see what it's doing there. Anytime you're using the harmonizer here on any of the songs in your set, you can make sure to change the key of the harmonizer and the other parameters such as whether you want a third or a fifth or an octave to make sure it's matching that song that you're playing at that time in the set. I have it connected to this foot switch pedal here to make sure I can turn it on and off easily during the song. So basically what this all allows you to do is make your live performance sound as close to your recordings as possible. So for example, if you're playing a Stone Temple Pilots song, or maybe you're playing Holiday by Green Day, imagine not having that bullhorn effect in your live performance. This allows you to do that without actually having to bring a bullhorn on stage. So using a HeadRush as your vocal processor rig allows you to have all sorts of different effects and sound as close to your recordings as you'd like to get. So for example, on this song called Serpent, we actually have a tremolo for one of the verses. And you can see how that adds a tremolo effect to my vocal for that part of the song. So you can of course use this both for a studio or a live setting. If you do use this in a live setting, just make sure to ask the sound guy to please give you a dry signal on your vocal. So then they won't be adding in any other delays or reverb since you're controlling all of your own effects from this processor. And one other quick tip I will mention here, make sure to add these all into a set list for all of the different rigs within your band's set. So this is the last song in our set, and it loops right back to the first song in our set. So worst case scenario is the BPM is just a little bit off, but you won't accidentally go to a guitar rig and all of a sudden have all sorts of distortion and amp effects on your vocals. Alright, there you have it. I know it's a little bit unconventional, but you can in fact use the MX5 and some of the other HeadRush units that are intended for guitar, bass, or keys as a vocal processor unit. If you're looking to add some effects to your live rig or a studio recording setting, I hope this video has been helpful. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to hit like and subscribe, and to check out the rest of the channel for more music-related content. Thanks so much for watching.